Welcome to another episode of Comics and Sweet Tea. So awesome to be back with you guys. I hope you had a great week. Sorry for the absence the last couple of weeks. Just had a lot going on, plus work. You guys know how it is. Um, hey, we're changing things up a little bit. Um, I just wanted to cover that right out of the gate. Still going to be covering indie comics, but we're going to be covering a little more stuff from comic book movies, comic book news, Kickstarter news, just trying to be your one stop shop for everything, guys. Please leave your comments in the chat. Be sure to jump in there. If you got any questions, we'll get those answered. Leave your comments. Hey, be a part of the conversation. If you haven't subscribed, if this is your first time watching the show, please subscribe. Join us. I'm so thankful for all the new subscriptions. You guys are awesome. We continue to grow, and that's because of each and every one of you guys. And you are awesome. Um, just I guess you guys have noticed me posting a few things on my Instagram. That's another thing. If you haven't jumped on my Instagram, go to Jerry Cooley 77. That's Jerry with a G. Uh, it should be in the links. Jump on there. Hey, posting new stuff, working every day on the new book, my sci-fi spectacular Star Wars meets the boys. The name of the book is Bounty. It will be an ongoing series. About a third of the way into production on that, colors and line work. Um, it's coming along great. I'm having a lot of fun with this book. It's so nice to be able to draw things that you don't have to be period accurate with and have a reference for everything. You know, to just be able to run wild. Um, don't get me wrong, I am going back to End of Days. That series is ongoing. I love End of Days. That's my baby. But it's nice to just kind of to run wild a little bit, you know. So having a blast with that. Can't wait to bring you more news about that, about a launch date on Kickstarter. Hope you guys will support that. It's a lot of fun, you guys. Don't miss this book. It's I love it. Anyway, enough about that. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Anyway, just give me just a minute. We'll get it together, guys. Still trying to figure all this out. It's a work in progress. So, all right. So, did a little scouring as I usually do, checking out Kickstarter. Um, and I wanted to bring you one that really caught my eye. Looks like such an interesting story because this is the indie comic book channel first and foremost. So, anyway, this little jewel caught my eye. It's got about 15 days left on Kickstarter. Uh, yeah, Tales of the Frog Knight, you guys. Um, this is issue two. Issue one will be available also. Um, this thing, like I said, it's got about 15 days left. It was created by Armand Bodner, and I hope I'm not butchering that name, and Digby Baker Porozinski. Now, this thing it just looks incredible. Love the artwork, something totally different. It's in the fantasy genre, and it just looks adorable. It's not an all ages book from what I read. It's more of a PG-13 rating. So, be careful with the kiddies if you're ordering books. If they're under 13 years old, do not get this one for them. But it's going to have mature themes and somewhat. So, yeah, this thing looks amazing. Um, Hold on, let me dig into this a little bit. Let's see here. Give you kind of okay. The Legend of the Frog Knight. Tales of the Frog Knight is a low fantasy medieval adventure series that follows the exploits of the Frog Knight, a small and silent hero adrift in a world that tries to kill him at every turn. In the wake of a climactic war that tore his kingdom to pieces, the Frog Knight is the last of a fallen order of chivalry. He wanders the lands as a knight errant, endeavoring to bring justice and compassion to those he meets, all while evading the ruthless forces of the rival Order of the Talon. Well, that just sounds incredible. Um, it has received the Project We Love banner from Kickstarter. You guys that frequent Kickstarter, you know what that means. They're really pushing this project. So, hey, give it a look, see what you think about it. And if you like it, jump on it. Like I said, issue one will be available also. There seems to be an ongoing series. So, yeah. Um, in other news, uh, in some other news, Blade. Uh, the original starred Wesley Snipes, and a lot of people they tend to give credit to X Men as the kicking off point for the whole comic book movie industry, but I I tend to think they had it wrong. I think it was this guy right here that started out. Yeah, we got 3 movies. Loved every one of them. A lot of people try to shit on Trinity, but hey, I liked it. It was a good movie. Uh, it was actually Ryan Reynolds' first entry into the Marvel Universe. It was nice to see Wesley Snipes bring the character back. Spoilers in Deadpool and Wolverine. And I love the little joke. He is the only Blade and the only one that ever will be. And it could be right because we got some news that which we kind of seen this coming. Um, this project was actually announced, I want to say, at San Diego Comic Con in 2019. Here we are 5 years later, still no project. Um, Actually, Kevin Feige brought out this guy, Mahershala Ali, two-time Oscar award winner, and announced that he would be stepping into the role that Wesley Snipes made famous and filling those shoes as Blade, the Daywalker. Um, so anyway, the latest report, Disney has removed the Marvel reboot of Blade, starring. Now, this is being reported from Variety magazine. Uh, Disney has removed the Marvel reboot of Blade, starring Mahershala Ali as a titular half vampire from the release calendar. It was dated for November 7th, 2025, which, we've all heard about the woes with this book. I mean, not this book, this movie. Multiple directors walking away from it, multiple writers walking away from it. And it was still on the schedule for November 7th, 2025. We knew it would never make that, even if they were to pick up a director, just say in the next month or so, because, I mean, really, this was going to be a big action piece. They were really wanting to make a splash with the new Blade. Um, so we knew there was no way they would get this thing done in time to release November 7th. Uh, Disney will instead release Predator Badlands, the sixth film in the Otherworldly franchise, on the early November release date that was held by Blade. Wow, another Predator. Uh, Personally, I love to Prey. I think it's the best of the series and just as good as the original. Um, but anyway, that's that's well, I guess it is comic book related. Uh, Marvel Meanwhile, Marvel added three untitled projects to the schedule for February 18th, 2028, May 5th, 2028, and November 10th, 2028. The comic book empire's decision to take Blade off the docket was widely expected after Disney CEO Bob Iger stated in an earnings call on May 7th that Marvel will release a maximum of three movies a year. Maximum. That's it. He, if you guys have been watching, they're dialing back on their content. They feel like they pretty much flooded the market with uh, the old regime that had come in for a couple years. Bob Patrick had come in and it was Marvel everything. We were getting like 10,000 Marvel shows on Disney Plus. You wanted to do five movies a year, and they just flooded the market and pretty much diluted the brand. And it's nice to see them pulling back a little bit. I think three movies is more than enough. It worked well for a good while, and the main thing is Marvel's got to get back to telling good stories again. The writing has been a little dismal in the last few efforts, movie wise. I don't know if you're watching WandaVision. I mean, not WandaVision, but Agatha all alone. That's an extremely good show. Um, I feel after Deadpool and Wolverine, and now Agatha, and it feels like in everything that I've seen for Fantastic Four, the announcement of the return of Robert Downey Jr. as Doom, and the Russo brothers returning, most importantly, and the writers from Endgame, and I feel like they've turned the corner and they're trying to get back to form. We'll see how well they accomplish that with Brave New World, the new Captain America movie that'll be releasing. Anthony Mackie as Captain America, of course, and that'll be coming out in February. Um, we'll see how this all lands. You know, it's kind of hurts my feelings with the Blade thing, though. I was really looking forward to that. I loved Wesley Snipes' take on the character. It was so nice to see him return. Uh, that one actually got me. I never figured in a million years that he would return, especially in a Ryan Reynolds led film. There was all the rumors of drama between him and Wesley while filming Blade Trinity. But hey, money changes things. And I'm sure they backed the money truck up for Wesley to return for that small cameo. So you know, they made it good. They brushed it off. They're actors foremost. They're trying to get a paycheck just like everybody else. So they buried the hatchet and made the movie, and what a movie it was. I mean, crossed the $1 billion mark. So that was good to see. Loved every minute of the movie. I laughed pretty much from beginning to end. There was so much there, so much love and nod to so many things, so many Easter eggs. It's hard to count them all, but yeah, they they showed a lot of love for Wolverine, of course, one of my favorite all time Marvel characters. I was kind of hoping we would possibly see who the new Wolverine was going to be, but I mean, as they hinted, it could be Hugh Jackman going forward, even in his 50s. We'll see. Um, it's going to be some big shoes to fill. Whoever they get to eventually replace him as Wolverine. Been watching him almost 25 years in the character, and he's pretty much personified Wolverine. And when you think of it, that's who you think of, Hugh Jackman, an incredible actor. It brought him to the forefront and made him an A-list star. And he's going to go out with a bang with it, I guess. There are talks of a Deadpool and Wolverine 2, and why not? I mean, it's a money making machine, you know? I mean, why not do a sequel? If they can pretty much capture everything that they did with the last one and still give it that heart, hopefully it's not just a cash grab. Uh, I mean, Disney at this point, with that franchise in particular, can pretty much print their own money. So, of course, they were looking to develop a sequel, and it looks like they are. So, I'm not sure exactly where that'll fit with the multiverse in play and Secret Wars on the forefront. Um, really interested to see what they're going to do with that. It's going to be something to see. We'll see if they pull it off. Um, Robert Downey Jr. coming back as Doom. That's going to be really interesting. I know he's such an incredible actor. Been watching Downey Jr. pretty much my whole life on screen. Uh, was so glad to see him redeem himself through all the problems and drug abuse and fight his way back and, resume a semi normal life and have a family. Everybody deserves a second chance. And it's nice to see that he actually made something of his. And Oscar winner now, nailed it down for Oppenheimer, which was one of the best movies I've seen in the last couple of years. Really enjoyed that. Love Christopher Nolan's movies, and it was just wow. It was just electric. Everything, everybody was pretty much putting their A-list material forward in that movie. It was just incredible. Anyway, yeah, looks like we won't be seeing Mahershala Ali in this role, and I hate that because he's such an incredible talent. But who knows? I mean, let's not count it out just yet. We haven't got confirmation that it's completely gone. But I mean, after 5 years in development, how long is he going to hold on for this? We'll see. Um, guys, drop your comments. Let me know your thoughts on Blade possibly being canceled. Do we need a Deadpool Wolverine 2? Um, who would you get to replace Hugh Jackman? Who would be your fan cast to take on the role of Wolverine moving forward for the Marvel Universe? I'd like to know your thoughts on this. So be sure and drop those in the comments. Uh, Drop in the comments, what do you think is going on with the Blade movie? Will it be moving forward? Will we ever see this movie? Um, yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. It was nice to jump in here for a little bit. Hope you guys are have a blessed night. Hope you have a blessed week, and we'll see you next week. That's the show, you guys. We're keeping it a little short. You guys are awesome. Remember, drop your comments. If you're new to the show, subscribe. Hit that little bell button so you get those notifications. We'll see you next week. That's the show, you guys.